Okay, grade seven. Good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening, I guess, depending on when you're watching this. This is a very short video, maximum 5 minutes, from the science department. Um, and what we'd like to do is give you 3 tips that you can use for making your PHE videos, your exercise videos, a little bit more scientific. Now, we'll cut straight in with tip number one. Tip number one, if you're going to use the name of a muscle, which you definitely should when you're talking about how an exercise affects it, make sure that you use the right name of the right muscle and make sure that you say it well. Now, we know that you guys haven't gone away and memorized the names of every muscle in the body, but luckily in science, we use the biodigital human, and you guys can see the website human.biodigital.com to find out the names and locations and structures of all of the different muscles in the body. You guys can see here that I've got the male musculoskeletal system up. That's the muscles and the skeleton. Here we go. We can give them a spin. Off we trot. And if we decide that we want to know the name of a certain muscle, here we go. We have the right biceps brachii, or we have the right deltoid, or we have the right pectoralis major, or the right external oblique. Let's carry on this little tour. We've got the left brachioradialis. Now, a lot of these words are very difficult to say. Let's take this one for instance, left pectoralis major. Now, the word left, we all know, as in we left the school building a while ago and we still haven't been back. Major, we all know, but pectoralis, that's a difficult word. I've come to lexico.com, which is powered by the Oxford English Dictionary, and here I've searched for the names of different muscles. So for instance, the trapezius muscle.
Trapezius, trapezius, trapezius,
Trapezius.
trapezius,
Trapezius.
trapezius,
Trapezius.
trapezius,
You guys can practice saying the names of the different muscles.
Deltoid,
Deltoid.
deltoid,
Deltoid.
deltoid,
Deltoid.
deltoid,
Deltoid. Very exciting. You can practice saying the names of all of the different muscles so that in your videos you can communicate them well and you can sound like a professional scientist.
deltoid,
Deltoid. Tip number 2. Energy has to come from somewhere. If you're talking about someone's training, you might also want to consider where that energy comes from. Here I have the BBC Bite Size Key Stage 3 Guide to Revision. BBC Bite Size Key Stage 3 Respiration. And if you guys want to find out a little bit about it, well, we have some facts here about respiration, about aerobic respiration, and about anaerobic respiration. And you guys will have learnt, I hope, that certain exercises or certain sports require energies to be produced in certain ways. So when you're talking about training somebody for long distance running, for instance, you're going to need to train a different energy system than when you're training somebody for judo. Now, I know that you guys, for instance, or some of you, are doing long distance running. So I went and had a look and I thought, well, how would I go about finding some information for how to train someone for long distance running? And after a little bit of Googling, I came to a very, very nice website here. This is not one that you have to use. Obviously, this is not even one that you should use. This is just what I happen to find when I look on Google. And When I look down, consider doing any of the following. Run a longer distance at a slower pace. This will help boost your red blood cell count, grow more capillaries, and make your heart stronger. Now, this leads me on very nicely to tip number 3. Link back to what we've learned in class. We've learnt about the heart and the circulatory system. We've learnt about the lungs and gas exchange. We've learnt about cells, and we've learnt about blood cells, and we've learnt about the production of energy by respiration, both aerobic and anaerobic. If I carry on looking through here, all of these things come back. Run more frequently each week. Well, if you run a couple of times, 2 times a week, add a third day. Doing so provides your body with the opportunity to build more cell mitochondria and capillaries. We know what mitochondria are, and we know what capillaries are. Let what you've learned in science give you the ability to describe and explain your exercises well. Now, your PHE teachers have given you all the requirements for this task. Okay? So what I'm giving you here is hopefully just the icing on the cake, and it's just 3 small points that allow you to increase the quality of the work that you do for your PE staff. Find the names of your muscles. Gluteus maximus. Please do not tell us it's the butt muscles. When you've got a word and you don't know how to say it, gluteus muscle. Let's check it out.
Gluteus.
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 Gluteus. Find out how to say it and practice saying it. Don't forget to check BBC Bite Size if you need tips for respiration or for gas exchange, or for anything to do with the lungs. And when you're reading sources, remember what it is that we've done in class. Now, chaps, very good luck. You can obviously be in touch with your PHE teacher with any particular questions you have about this task, but don't forget your science teacher exists too, and we're also happy to hear any questions that you guys might have.